Charlotte Qamaniq, Cynthia Pitsiulak.
And I'm Rise Ashen. Together we're Silla and Rise, and we hope you enjoy our music.
I remember when we first started to learn how to throat sing, we would throat sing all the time. You know, like I said, every waking moment. We'd be on the bus and we'd do it very quietly so that we wouldn't freak people out. Like, we're sitting next to each other and we're like, we used to like whisper throat singing.
Yeah. Nobody could hear us.
But then the people would actually hear us. They're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
The idea was to blend dance floor music, sort of global sounds with traditional and also, you know, newly composed throat singing pieces. So yeah, it's just kind of a crazy collaboration, blending what they do and what I do. It's music, right? Like, it's a universal language, and that's the beauty of it. Is I think when you get beyond the difference in the tones and the actual sounds, it's the same language. We're speaking the exact same language, right? So when we get together and we jam, it's like just humans making beats together, you know? So it's great. You know?
Well, that's pretty much how throat singing started. It was social between women. They're, you know, inside their homes in the winter. They're in Iglulik, and they're just there all day. So what else are you gonna do?
It's a form of entertainment, and it's also a friendly competition. And so we're trying to see who can actually outdo each other. So it's very social in that way.
There's a lot of analogies to hip-hop culture. I mean, it's very, very similar. You know, if you think about b-boys, or you think of even the competition between MCs, or, you know, scratch battling, whatever it is, there's this aspect of showcasing your skills in a sort of a competitive environment, and it creates these amazing moments of, you know, interaction between people. It's all for fun, right? It's all friendly, but the art sort of has this edge because of it. Like, it creates this very immediate and very powerful art form.
The album for us was a way to express ourselves as artists and as throat singers. We've always been so passionate about throat singing for as long as we could remember.
I come from a very small town, and I'm very proud of where I come from Iglulik, and I really, what's important for me is to reach out to my family and my home community members, and I want them to feel good about who they are and where they come from.
I didn't realize this until after I moved away, but throat singing was a way for me to stay connected to my culture and my home, in a way, my homeland.
I love everything about working with these girls. That they're sharing this really profound ancestral gift that they've been given, and that they've gone out themselves and actually, because it's a lot of work for you guys to delve into this stuff and to study, like you said. I mean, and I'm sure every time you get a chance with an elder or whatever, it's like you're trying to get that culture, and for you guys to share it with me, you know, especially being some Italian French kid, you know, it's awesome. I really appreciate it, and it's I love the cultural collaboration aspect.
Rise is very,
He makes us dance, and
and he's very punctual, and he's very professional, and he takes this all very seriously, and it's extremely serious.
Yeah.
But it's like
we need that because
it's
we're
motivational.
We like to have fun, and
we're very, Cynthia and I are more laid back, and it's a good balance though. It's a great combination that comes because you know, he's extremely talented. Like, if you listen to the album, like, there's not one song that and we could do that, but if you took away Rise, it would not be the same. You wouldn't be dancing, like, it wouldn't have the same pump and the same energy. Like, he just brings in
we
just
sort
amazing.
of feed off of each other, you know, with our throat singing and the music that he creates.
We're very lucky to work with Rise.
I'd like to do it. I guess my hope is that people will just appreciate the beautiful fusion that people can make when they're open-minded enough to collaborate with people from other cultures.
I just want people to be able to move, you know, listen to it, have fun, dance.
One of the amazing opportunities now with the world the way that it is that we're listening to forms of music that have never existed before. Since the 1980s, since computers really started coming into music, there's been a tremendous shift, and I don't hear enough talk about how new this stuff is. I mean, some of these combinations and new recipes that people have put together musically now, they've just never happened before in the history of humanity. And so it's amazing to be, to be able to be exposed to all this stuff. And I hope that people will hear my respect that I have for Inuit culture and for the music and for that musical tradition. And at the same time, I hope that they'll appreciate, the depth of my, what I'm contributing in terms of the dance floor ethos and the global grooves that I'm contributing to it, because that comes from very deep as well. A lot of it comes from really amazing African music and Cuban music and South American music and hip hop, which is itself, the product of a clash of cultures. I mean, hip hop to me is New York. It's this clash of the Latinos, Jews, and Africans and Jamaicans all in New York together, creating this new music that I never, and because of German technology, because of German electronic technology, it made hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, none of those elements could have been removed from that and created the recipe that created hip hop. And that's what created house music. And that's what created me and my sound. And so for us to bring that together with a traditional form of music that comes from this area and even farther up north, I think it's amazing. It's like really deep and really crazy. So I'm just really excited to be doing it. So.